Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's webinar. I'm Delegate Jamila Woods, Legislative District 26 in Prince George's County, Maryland, and I bring you greetings on behalf of Maryland's 26th Legislative District team. Tonight, we are here for more than just a gathering. It's more than a gathering of experts and community members. It's actually a reflection of our commitment to the people who serve our country and our state every day. This event tonight was born out of a sobering reality: the uncertainty, the hardship, and the emotional and financial toll that so many of our federal workers have had to endure due to circumstances beyond their control, and those who are affiliated with federal workers, contractors, and many other people. These are hardworking individuals, neighbors, parents, people who show up for us, and now it's our time to show up for them. As your state delegate, one of my greatest responsibilities and truly one of my deepest passions is ensuring that our residents not only receive timely and accurate information, but that they also feel supported in using information that helps to protect their family, their livelihoods, and their peace of mind. My brothers and my sisters, my friends, that's what tonight is about. It's about equipping our community with the tools, the resources, and the support that they deserve, and the support that is so necessary at such a time as this. I want to give us my sincerest thanks to the Maryland Department of Labor for their deep involvement in organizing this event and for always standing as a strong advocate for working families across the state. Please know I appreciate you, and your partnership has been invaluable. To the Maryland State Police, thank you so much for continually making safety a priority and ensuring we are kept informed and protected, especially during these uncertain times. The resources that you bring to our attention are critical, and we're grateful for your ongoing commitment to the well-being of our residents. And of course, a heartfelt thanks to you, to the Prince George's County Public Schools. You do all the hard, often unforeseen work of holding up both our children and our families, whether in the classroom, through outreach, or events like this one. Your role is essential in creating a safe and informed community. And so I want to thank Lolita E. Walker, who will be representing Prince George's County Public Schools during this evening. I also want to recognize two individuals whose behind-the-scenes work made tonight possible, and whose behind-the-scenes work is really the reason why I sing. They hold me up, they support me, they make me look wonderful. To Daryl Harris, our communications specialist, he's brought technical expertise and creative vision that's helped to shape this webinar. Thank you so much for being the tech-savvy force behind it all. And to my chief of staff, Dolapo Olomo, thank you for your tireless coordination, your steady leadership, and commitment to seeing this through. I am so grateful to work with both of you to bring this event to life. Dolapo's having some technical difficulties tonight due to the storm, and so we're hoping that she will be able to come on and speak with you all live. If not, just know that it's because she's having some technical difficulties, and I know that all around our region we're having issues with flooding and issues as a result of the storm. I don't know about you, but I'm really grateful that this day has come, that we're here together, that we're committed to learning, growing, and supporting one another. And I want to say this is just the beginning. We are looking forward to our August 23rd Resource Fair, which will be another opportunity to connect our residents directly with even more support services. I want you to please stay tuned through the closing session tonight, where we'll be sharing more details about that important event. I want to ask you to please, 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 please share this information widely. We want very much to be a resource. We want very much to make people know what is available to them. We want you to be able to ask your questions tonight. And maybe even help to inform us more on how we should make sure that all of the needs that you have are met, that all of the questions that you have regarding this August 23rd Resource Fair are answered. In closing, let me just say this: no one should feel like they're navigating through tough times alone. If nothing else, please let tonight be a reminder that this community is strong. This community is connected, and this community is full of people who care. That includes your state leaders. Thank you again so much for being here, and let us move forward together. Thank you again. We have quite a few persons who will be participating during this program tonight. And so we look forward to all of those who will be participating, the representatives who will be speaking tonight and representing you. And I just want to take this opportunity to introduce them to you, to tell you who they are. And they will come on and talk a little bit about what they offer and how we can try to help support our communities. Corporal Dominique Rogers has proudly served with the Maryland State Police since 2009. She's a New York native and Maryland resident since 2007. She was inspired to pursue law enforcement by her mother, a retired New York Police Department officer. Wow, keep it in the family. Dominique graduated from Lincoln University with a degree in criminal justice and went on to complete the Maryland State Police Academy before being assigned to the La Plata Barrack. Now she serves as a patrol supervisor at the Forestville Barrack. She oversees patrol operations and mentors new troopers early in their careers, a responsibility she takes great pride in. Throughout her journey, Corporal Rogers has embraced every challenge and every opportunity, driven by determination, by resilience, and a passion for service. Thank you so much, Corporal Rogers, for being with us tonight. And we also have with us tonight Lolita Walker. She's a proud graduate of District 9 schools, which is in Legislative District 26. She's an industrial engineering alumna of Morgan State University and a passionate leader with nearly 2 decades of experience in corporate leadership at Procter & Gamble, including global work in Germany and Braun. After earning her MBA from Simmons College, she held multiple senior roles in product supply and innovation before choosing to leave her corporate career to return home and care for her father, because how many of you know family is always first? Since returning home, Ms. Walker's become a certified professional coach, an author, a TEDx speaker, a podcast host, and founder of her own coaching and consulting firm. She currently serves as the elected Board of Education representative for District 9 in Prince George's County, again here in Legislative District 26, and she's held roles as both vice chair and chair of the board. She's an active member of the Policy and Governance Committee and previously served on the Operations, Budget, and Fiscal Affairs Committee. Her mission is to strengthen the connection between students, families, staff, and the broader community to ensure all scholars thrive in Prince George's County. Lolita E. Walker brings deep dedication, visionary leadership, and a commitment to building up our school system all together. Amen. Short bio of Amy Hennon. She serves as the Assistant Commissioner for Policy at the Maryland Office of Financial Regulation, where she helps shape policies, legislation, and programs that protect Maryland consumers and support a strong financial services environment. She also continues to serve as the Maryland Student Loan Ombudsman, an extremely important role to make sure that people know that their needs are being met, that their concerns are being held. With more than 15 years of experience in both private practice and public service, Amy has worked extensively in consumer finance and legal advocacy. Before this role, she served as the office's Director of Legislative Response and held leadership positions at the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers Service. In 2022, she was honored as Lawyer of the Year by the Bar Association of Baltimore City. That is a high honor, and we are so proud of her. Amy holds a law degree from the University of Maryland and a bachelor's in history and Spanish from the University of Denver. Amy, thank you again for being with us. We also had tonight Tony White McCoy, who's the Director of Outreach and Education at the Maryland Office of Financial Regulation. With over 15 years of experience in mortgage and financial services, she's dedicated her career to empowering communities through financial education and access. Tony has worked extensively with underserved populations, including supporting reentry programs and facilitating home ownership through community grants. Her work is so needed and so appreciated. She also spent a decade in cybersecurity and IT leadership before returning to her passion, financial empowerment. A Maryland native, Tony brings both expertise and heart to her work, helping residents build lasting financial stability. And finally, we're excited to introduce you to Brian Marcus. He is a retired U.S. Navy sailor who spent 20 years traveling the world and serving with distinction. During his time in the Navy, he dedicated 6 years to helping students and professionals see how military service could support their education, career, and life goals. His passion for connecting people to opportunity continued after retirement, where he worked with employers and community organizations to support workforce development and training. Now, a workforce development specialist at the Maryland Department of Labor, Brian brings a global perspective, a love of language and culture, and a deep belief in the power of human connection. He's known for meeting people where they are and guiding them toward their next step, whether it's a career move, educational path, or personal growth. I don't know about you, but I am so excited about those who are here with us tonight. And so we're not going to belabor the moment. We're going to begin. I'm going to ask Daryl, who's working from the background, if you'll bring our first speaker on, and we will go from there. Thank you. Sergeant Rogers, how are you? How are you?
I'm doing good, ma'am.
That's awesome. We're so glad to have you. Please go ahead and present at this time.
I am with the Maryland State Police. I've been with the department for a total of 16 years. I've held many roles within the state police. I've worked within the recruiting division, and I currently work now in our community engagement. So I'm the community liaison for the southern region for Maryland. With that position, I have the ability to engage with members of the community, inform them, and educate them on the Maryland State Police and what we do have to offer, as well as bringing together our personnel to be able to communicate with the community in a different way and more in a positive way than what is viewed in other aspects in law enforcement that is deemed negative. So we're trying to change the attention and make it a little bit different with the Maryland State Police. With that being said, we have many careers that are currently open. We have, of course, Maryland State Trooper, as well as our Trooper slash Flight Paramedic. We have our cadet program. We also have our civilian employees, which includes emergency dispatcher, as well as our forensics lab that happens to take place in Baltimore off of Reisterstown Road. There are many different avenues and different careers that are offered. With the Maryland State Police, we have a salary that is based for Maryland State Troopers, starting salary of $68,000. With our cadet program, that's primarily geared toward the youth, the ones that graduate from high school at the age of 18. They have the ability to work alongside of the Maryland State Police on our major interstates, and they wear a uniform that is very resembles the one that I have on now. The only thing they're not equipped with is a handgun due to their age. During that time, they work alongside of a trooper on the interstate and are paid a starting salary of $38,000 a year, and they also begin to collect a pension and get time on the job as well. With that being said, a lot of our cadets go off to become Maryland State Troopers, and during that time that they are a cadet in transition over to a state trooper, they're also given the opportunity to get their associate's degree with the Maryland State Police that we do pay. So during their 6-month live-in academy to become a Maryland State Trooper, they will also graduate with a associate's degree and their certification for becoming a law enforcement officer in the state of Maryland. We have many opportunities when it comes down to our civilian employment. Many of our civilians play a vital role in which makes us successful. I call them the heart of the department. You just don't quite see them as much as you would probably see us, but they also play a vital role in what we do as law enforcement officers. And such some of those people are our emergency dispatchers. They have a role throughout the state of Maryland because we have a total of 23 barracks in the state. So a lot of our emergency dispatchers are given the opportunities to work in the very community that they live in, and they are also able to play that behind the scenes role with the Maryland State Police as well. There's many great opportunities with the state police. We don't get the opportunity to advertise as much as we would like. We do have all our advertisement on social media. as well as on our Maryland State Police page, where you can refer to for further information on our employment opportunities. For applicants to be given the opportunity to see a little bit more, we have our YouTube videos as well that gives them an incentive in regards to seeing exactly what we do day in and day out and the many different roles that we play. If they have any questions or concerns, of course, we have recruiters that are based out of each individual barrack, and we also have our civilian employees who play a role in regards to civilian hiring, who will also be with me at the career fair as well, to be able to answer any questions while we are there to any potential applicants. But I definitely appreciate and am so thankful to be a part of this webinar and have the opportunity to be able to give a little bit more intel in helping those that were unfortunately lost their careers and have an opportunity to possibly start a career with us, and will actually benefit them in the long run, and give them exactly what they're looking for. Now, our employment does take a little bit of time due to background investigation as well as different preliminaries that take place because we are a state entity, but that we don't allow that to discourage our applicants because we are very informative and up to date in regards to keeping them in the know of where they are in the process. We're also fully aware of the individuals who have lost their careers, and we take them into high regard and allowing them to be able to get an opportunity with us as well. So I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this. I'm still in uniform, and I'm sitting in my truck in my driveway because I just came back from another event. So I've been going nonstop all day, but I'm so glad to be able to be a part of this, and I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Rogers. I appreciate you. Did we just come from the same event at District 5?
Yes, you were there.
I was there. Lolita E. Walker was there. So, it's so amazing how we have to play so many roles. But I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for so much information. The 23 barracks, the emergency dispatchers, letting people know that they can use the social media and the Maryland State Police page as well as YouTube videos. That's amazing. That really helps people to be more informed and to answer so many questions. I was so excited to hear you say that you literally have recruiters at each one of the barracks and that you have such great support from your civilian employees. And so I want to thank you so much for taking this time out. For you, like me, we were rushing all back and forth trying to get, several of us coming from the same event to be here tonight. And I just want you to know how much I greatly appreciate you. And you get some rest and relaxation. Thank you for all that you do, and know that you are greatly appreciated.
All right, thank you so much, and I appreciate all the time, and I can't wait to meet you at the event as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yes,
All right. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. That was a wonderful presentation. I am so excited. And now we're going to bring on Prince George's County Public Schools Board member Lolita Walker. This Lolita E. Walker. I have to always remember she is Lolita E. Walker. And I don't know if Sergeant Rogers is still on the line, but I have to let her know I came home. She came home. You're still at the event that we were all at. We're so excited.
I am.
We're so excited to have you here to talk about Prince George's County Public Schools and how we can look forward to them being at the resource fair and people who may look for a career change and come into Prince George's County Public Schools. So go ahead. Thank you again. Take it away.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm really excited. Yes, I am still in the community. I am still at the community event, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to come and get excited and tell everybody to make sure you are there. Prince George's County Public Schools is absolutely looking forward to welcoming you with open arms to come into support over 133,000 scholars, over 100 schools. Over 22,000. You'll join our family with 22,000 employees. We are really, really excited. So HR, the arm of HR for PGCPS will be at the event. I'm so excited. And like the sergeant just said, although we won't be hiring on site, your conversations will really be huge recommendations to go back for that process because, we work with scholars every day. So there are fingerprinting, there are background checks that have to be done. And so we want to make sure that we are doing the best for our scholars when we look to hire. Therefore, HR will be on the scene. They are ready and they are excited about being there with the table to talk to you about not only teachers, substitute teachers, our full-time teachers, our bus drivers. There's so many amazing opportunities, administration, so many amazing opportunities that we're hiring for. So when you come, you know, one of the questions might be, what do I bring? Well, you bring your great attitude, your reason for wanting to work with PGCPS. We're looking forward to having people filter back into the system because, as you know, we absolutely have needs within the school system and we need your help in order to fill them. As you might already know, for our bus drivers, we have paid CDL licensure that happens through Prince George's County Public Schools. And so if you just go to pgcps.org, you can find out about all of the opportunities that are there. And although board members don't get involved with the hiring, our PGCPS HR team will be there on site on the 23rd, and I'll also be there just to give you encouragement and let you know a friendly face from District 9, which also is within Legislative District 26. We are there to support you in every single thing you do to make sure that we have the best talent for PGCPS. I'm a graduate of Prince George's County Public Schools, both in middle school, Acton Academy, it used to be Eugene Burroughs Middle School, and Gwen Park High School. So I can't wait to see you, say hello, greet you on behalf of District 9, but also just with Legislative District 26. So Delegate Woods, this is just amazing what you're doing. And I think that with all of us working together, we absolutely can ensure that everybody has a job and really giving back to Prince George's County. So thanks so much for having me tonight.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, we're so excited to have HR on the scene on August the 23rd. Hey, tell Lottie, Dottie, and everybody to show up. I'm trying to tell you, we're excited about it. We're excited about the numerous roles, teachers, bus drivers, the fact that the county will pay for the CDL licensures. I was not aware of that. Man, that really will help some people. And I like that you said, people, bring your positive attitude, right? Bring your positive and your caring attitude. We want to make a difference. We know that there are people out there that are looking for new career opportunities. And I encourage you, please, please, please consider the Prince George's County Public School System. Lolita, thank you so much for being there. It was fun hanging out with you just a little while ago live. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I certainly look forward to seeing you on August the 23rd. Thanks again. All right, all right, all right. We are moving on. We're going to actually have 3 representatives from the Maryland Department of Labor who are going to talk about the work that they do. And so we're going to begin actually with Amy Henson. We talked about you. She's the Assistant Commissioner for Policy at the Maryland Office of Financial Regulation. And so we are so excited to have you with us, Amy Henson. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Please feel free to take it from here.
Thank you so much, Delegate Woods. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening to chat just a little bit about what the Office of Financial Regulation inside the Department of Labor offers. You're going to hear some much more important information from my colleagues, but I want to share with you just a little bit about what my office does. So my office, the Office of Financial Regulation, or OFR as we often call it, licenses and regulates many different kinds of financial services that are offered in Maryland, and that runs the gamut from lenders, check cashers, money transmitters, as well as regulating the foreclosure process. We also accept complaints about financial service providers in the state of Maryland. And so if you're experiencing an issue with a lender, including a mortgage lender or servicer, those complaints can be given to our office to help alleviate the issue that you're experiencing. Additionally, I just want to share that I am also the Maryland Student Loan Ombudsman. The important thing to know about this is that our office also accepts complaints about servicers in the student loan context. And one of the things that we certainly try to do is help folks problem solve with issues that they're experiencing. And that includes issues with public service loan forgiveness, which would be potentially important for folks that are transitioning out of federal service work. That is truly the most that I wanted to share with you, because my colleague is going to share some much more important information with you. But it's just an absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening, and I really appreciate it.
Well, know for a surety, Amy, that we greatly appreciate you taking the time out. We appreciate the work that you're doing to help to support strong financial services, to help shape policies, legislation, and programs for our residents, and certainly for your role as the Maryland Student Loan Ombudsman. It's so important for people to know that they're being heard, that their concerns, that their complaints are being addressed, and not just being addressed, but being addressed appropriately. So again, we thank you, thank you, thank you. I look so forward to seeing you, meeting you on August the 23rd, and to continue in collaboration and in conversation to see that how that we can make sure that the needs of our residents are met. So I greatly appreciate you. Thank you again for coming on and for being with us. My pleasure. All right. It looks like our next person is going to be Brian. And I apologize because I don't see the information, Mr. Marcus, again. But thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us. You know I'm building this plane while I'm flying it, right?
That's the way it usually works, isn't it?
Okay.
Fly by the seat of our pants sometimes. So
I'm trying to tell you, look, these are the times that you need your support staff, my chief of staff, because she'd have all of this down pat. I'm just pretending I got it together. But it's so good to see you. So glad to have you. And please, at this time, go ahead and present. Thanks.
So I'm Brian Marcus. I'm with the Professional Outplacement Assistance Center. So a lot of what we do is assist those that have master's degrees and doctorate degrees, and their skills are valuable. And sometimes we find it harder for them to find the employment or the resources that they need. So we've been around since about 1992. We're the only professional outplacement assistance center in the entire United States. And we host job fairs. We do rapid response events. If you go to a job fair and we're there, we do resume doctors. We hold virtual and in-person workshops. We also offer one-on-one assistance with mock interviews, salary negotiation, career counseling. And throughout the month, we're doing different workshops to help the job seeker understand what's required, what the employer wants, as well as anything that we can help them to get through the time that they've got. We know it's not the best time for them, so we try to meet them where they are and do our best to try to match their skills with the employers that we work with. And we're always looking to find new employers that we can say, hey, look, I'd like to take and have you review resumes before the person applies. That way you can say, hey, this is going to be a waste of their time, or hey, I want them to apply and I'll be looking out for their resumes. So, and that's what we do. I mean, there's 4 of us in the office, and we all are throwing our hats in the ring saying, what can we do next? And I think that's it. So we do so much, it's sometimes hard to remember exactly what all we do. So
wow. You know what? I did not realize that you all provided that type of a service. That is extremely significant and important and really good for us to know. Meeting people where they are, I really appreciated you saying that, being able to match the skills with the employers so that people know what they're getting into. And so that employers know what it is that they're seeking and can make more informed decisions. And so that's extremely important. And I think that'll be very helpful to us on August the 23rd. Again, I look forward to meeting you at that time and having further conversation. And what I'd like to do is, can I bring everybody on from Department of Labor? Darrell, can we bring everybody on? And then I have some questions, and certainly I'll give the question, and whoever would like to answer, feel free to jump in. Now, was I supposed to have Ann make a presentation and I forgot? Help me.
No, that's fine. I'm just here to answer questions and just make sure everyone attends the next event.
Awesome. That sounds great. So we had some questions for the Maryland Department of Labor, and anyone can feel free, if you would, to respond if you can. The first question was, what programs are currently available to help recently laid off federal workers or contractors transition into new careers? Are there any things that step out? Brian, go ahead.
So one of the things that POAC is hosting is every Wednesday. It's a displaced, I call it displaced federal worker workshop. So wow. Transitioning from a federal career to the private sector can be a daunting task in itself, because they're used to doing their resumes a certain way. They're not used to having to go through the applicant tracking systems. So we talk about what that actually requires, what they can do with their resume, and we offer the services of our one-on-ones to take and be able to help with that as well.
All right, that's excellent. And the next question is this: Are there any financial assistance or unemployment benefit extensions that's specific to federal contractors?
So we do have unemployment insurance, which is federal contractors and federal workers are both eligible for if they have lost their job to no fault of their own and they are not still on administrative leave, and they can file their claim. They just need to go to mdunemployment.com and they can go right in there to how to file their claim. They also can go in there and see the frequently asked questions and different resources that we have tailored specifically to federal employees and federal contractors. Presently, we do have a federal loan program. It is a $700 one-time shot federal loan that you do have to repay. However, it is available for you in case you need it.
That is excellent. Thank you so much. This is such important information. And I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to do this before the August 23rd event, because this begins to answer a lot of questions and help people to be better prepared when they come on August the 23rd. Now, another question came in. Can you help with resume development, job search strategies, or interview coaching? And if so, how can people sign up for that?
So a lot of what we do is specifically that. I mean, it doesn't matter if the person's coming from just finishing college and have their degrees, or they're coming from a position and going, hey, I'm tired of doing that, I want to do something else. So we do have our Jumpstart that talks about everything that the Professional Outplacement Assistance Center will actually help and provide, as well as we have our land that interview, resume and cover letter strategies. We have an agilities workshop, so you can take and use your agilities. We actually have the DeBruce Foundation that does that quiz that we can do, and then we discuss how that can help you work on your resume as well as use it in your interviews. We also have the network LinkedIn strategies, which I'm teaching tomorrow, and the virtual networking, because a lot of times you find your job because of somebody that knows somebody. So that networking is really important. And then we also have the job fair strategies. What to do, how to do it, and how to make the most out of every job fair you go to.
That's amazing. Now, is there a specific link that people can go to get more information about that in particular?
So it's actually a website, just an email address. It's POAC at dllr.state.md.us.
Would you repeat that again slowly so that Daryl can put it on for everyone to see?
So I'm putting it in the chat so you can post it.
All right. Greatly appreciate it. Again, this is such good information. We greatly appreciate it. Daryl, can you put that on the camera so that others can see that?
And to sign up for our newsletters and calendars, there's a website as well.
Awesome. And I see that website. If you see that, POAC at dllr.state.md.us. And then the other link is https://labor.maryland.gov/POAC/. Can you put that up for us real quick, please, Daryl? He said, I'm asking for stuff real quick.
I didn't prepare him. I'm sorry.
No. You are absolutely fine. This is such good information. I really appreciate this. Thank you. There it is. Thank you so much, Daryl. We greatly appreciate that. And then the last question that we have, it says, is there a centralized job board or portal that lists jobs from employers actively hiring in the state of Maryland? So is there a Maryland state, I
So
guess,
there's a
portal?
Maryland Workforce Exchange.
Hmm.
There's a lot of resources on it that you can look at the labor market for Maryland. You
Hmm.
can also use that to search for jobs.
Awesome. And
Um,
we'll make sure that we have QR codes, Daryl, for all of those links that he's talking about so that people can just hit a QR code and get a bunch of those links. Go ahead. Did you want to say something else? I'm sorry.
no, I'm putting the website for that in the chat as well.
Awesome. I greatly appreciate it. And Mark Lynch asked, is there any resource specifically for information technology IT professionals?
So one of the things that I used to take and work in what I call the secret squirrel world. Anybody that has a security clearance, I've had one myself, so I was able to take and get together 40 different companies. I'm still building the list, but I get a resume and I get authorization to share it. I'll send it out to the intelligence community and say, look, this person has a clearance. This is what they do, and try to get them in front of recruiters or hiring managers for that. As well as I'm building basically a Rolodex of all of the companies that we work with at the job fairs to say, look, this person's got the skills that you need. Would you look at their resume? As well as saying to the person that's looking for the job, as we call them, job acquisition specialists. And that way they're able to take and go onto the website and say, this is what I'm looking for. I'm qualified. Now, how do I apply?
That's amazing. This is such good information, man. I am so inspired and encouraged by all of the work that you all are doing. I want to thank you so much, Amy, Brian, Ann, for being with us today, for giving us so much, just a wealth of information, links, and opportunities. And I so look forward to meeting you all on August the 23rd. Are there any other questions, Daryl, that I have not seen?
If I'll answer this one right off. If you don't have a clearance, there's jobs for every clearance level or those that are uncleared. There are possibilities of trying to find a position that they will clear you as well. And it's just working with the companies to find out what they're looking for and what you're looking for as well, because we don't want to take and leave you in the lurch saying, I'm going to take this job because it's the only one that's offered me anything. And we don't want that. We want you to find the best you can get.
All right. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much. Again, I greatly appreciate you. And thank you so much for being with us. We're going to go on now and ask some questions specifically designated for the Maryland State Police. So can we switch up and bring back Sergeant Rogers?
Yes.
How are you? Did I at least give you a chance to get in the house and
Yeah.
settle yourself down for a minute?
I had to get out of that car.
You are clearly going above and beyond the call of duty. I greatly appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I promise you, we're gonna let you get a breath in a hot minute. Okay, there were a couple of questions that you may have actually spoken to, but if you can just address quickly, a couple of questions came in and said, what are the basic qualifications and steps required to join the Maryland State Police?
You must have a high school diploma or a GED, as well as a valid driver, be a U.S. citizen, as well as there's nothing else further. What we do ask is if you do have any traffic infractions of any kind, that they're already handled and have already been adjudicated in court. Other than that, if you have any substance abuse or anything like that, we do ask that it's refrained from at least a year from the time of applying. And it also depends on the specific drug substance abuse, so that could be a conversation that's had with a recruiter in regards to that. Other than that, That's pretty much just it. As long as you have a valid driver's license, high school diploma, GED, that's all that we ask, and be a U.S. citizen.
That's great. And I think you answered this question, but I just want to put it out formally since it was asked. Do you have civilian non-sworn job opportunities for those interested in administrative or supportive roles?
Yes, we have our administrative positions that are open. If you refer over to the Maryland State Police website and click on civilian, you'll be able to see the current outstanding positions that we have throughout the state. Because we have so many different locations, there are different openings. So they can definitely look into any of our administrative spots because those are based out of each centralized barrack. So depending upon where you live, you could have the opportunity to be able to work exactly where you live. In the case that you can't, then you might be able to get somewhere just as close because we have so many different locations, as well as I said, with the dispatcher position, as well as we have our forensics lab that's also down in Baltimore that's also open. But because we are a state entity, there's many different positions that are open as well.
Awesome. The question is, what is the typical timeline for the hiring process?
Typically, and it depends on the position that you apply for, I would say if you're going to give yourself a real estimate of a time, I would probably say 3 to 6 months, but it may not even take even up to 6 months, depending upon the position that you apply for, will be determined upon how long and extensive. But like I said earlier, because we do background checks, because they are thoroughly extensive, that is the point where it could take a little bit longer. We also have a polygraph that is also conducted to our employees as well as a sit-down oral board interview that's conducted as well. So all those scheduled appointments that take place throughout the time, that's what could lead you into the 3 month space. But depending upon what you apply for, it could take about, I want to give it 3 to 6, but 6 is very longer than what we would normally do. So I would give it no more than 3 to 4 months, if anything. But you have to be able to have all your documentation available during the time that your specific recruiter acts upon you for that. It really is solely based off of, as long as we're able to get what we need from you, everything can move pretty quickly as long as we get what's required.
That's awesome. So we have a question: is prior military or federal experience considered an advantage in the application process? And another question that goes along with that is: are there benefits for military veterans to join the Maryland State Police?
Military veterans, we have a military liaison that's in particular that could probably answer it as more and extensive than I can, but I can definitely refer those individuals. But what I will say is the military time that they have sustained with the military does carry over into our department and your time on as well. So what's beneficial to that is a lot of our personnel that are prior military, that time jumps over into the time that you'll be spending with the state. So your retirement could potentially be a lot sooner than your other counterparts due to your military time is taken into account, as well as if you are an active duty service, we also give you the paid leave in order for you to still serve your time if you are reservist or still partake in the military. So you are compensated even when you are away during that time to devote your time to serve in our country. So we take very good care of our military.
That's amazing. And thank you, because they do so much
Yes,
to serve us. And so we want to make sure that we can be of service to us. The final question that I have, and if Daryl, if you have something else, feel free to bring it on screen, is: do you offer tuition reimbursement, training stipends, or support for continuing education while working with the Maryland State Police Department?
We do not. The only thing that's taken into account is if you do have a specific degree, then you're given an incentive that is given to you each and every year. That's given to you in the month of January, where you'll be paid a bonus in regards to the type of degree that you do possess. So you're paid that incentive compared to others who may not have that graduate degree. So you are paid only on that, but no tuition reimbursement. The only thing that we provide to you is, of course, that associate's degree that we do pay for during the time that you are in training, that you are given, that is paid for by the state. I wish I had it, because then maybe I wouldn't have been paying loans. But I mean, my loans are paid off. But what I'm saying is, maybe then I wouldn't have had student loans.
I understand. Another question did come in. Is there an age limit for applying for the Maryland State Police Department?
Yes, there is 59.
59. That's good to know too. Well,
Mhm.
I wouldn't be able to apply, but anyway,
59 is not old, but
it's
yes.
not old. I wouldn't be able to apply though. Okay. Hint, hint. But anyway, thank you again, Sergeant Rogers. I greatly appreciate you. So looking forward to meeting you on August the 23rd. Please have a good evening. Get some rest and relaxation, okay?
Thank you
Thank
very
you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, never mind. That was for me. I got confused. We're through. Thank you so much. All right. Delegate Woods, the question is, how is your office working to support displaced workers in District 26? And I'm going to add in the state of Maryland because while I represent District 26, I want to make sure everyone understands that I am a Maryland state delegate and so that I represent all 6.5 million people who reside in the state of Maryland. So the question for me was, how is your office working to support displaced workers in District 26 and what more can we expect this year? Again, we want to encourage you to please come out. Please share widely. Homeowners associations, community organizations, this August 23rd resource fair. We are looking for additional opportunities to be of service, to just make sure that your needs are met, that financial needs are met, that food needs are met, that housing security are met. I had the wonderful privilege of meeting with some folk from Miller Farm just a couple of days ago, and they talked about how they will assist me with making sure that people in our district have enough food. And so we know it's not just about having that employment, but we want to make sure that the holistic needs of the people are met. And so I want you to know that I am working very hard with every organization that I can to make sure that the needs of not just the residents of District 26, but the residents of the state of Maryland are being met. The question is, are there any state level bills or legislation being proposed to address layoffs or contractor transitions? I actually do not have an answer to that question today. I know that in the state, we have been talking, we have been strategizing, we have been collaborating to look for ways that we can make sure that we can address the layoffs, address the contractor transitions, because a lot of people are talking a lot, about federal employees, but there are so many contractors, some of whom I know personally, who have lost contracts because of their work and affiliation with government agencies. And so I want you to know that we are looking at ways that we can make sure that the needs are being met, and that as a state, we are employing every possible resource that we can to meet the needs of our constituents. I want to, if at all possible, I don't know if Lolita E. Walker is still with us, and because we had a couple of questions for the school. If not, can we just bring all of our guests back up? And please give everybody an opportunity if you have any closing remarks or comments that you'd like to make. Again, I am strongly encouraging you. Please, spread the word about this job fair, this resource. I was so impressed with the things that Brian talked about, things that services that can be offered. People need to come out and get this information. You guys are wonderful. I greatly appreciate you. And please, I'd like to just give you an opportunity. I'm going to start with you, Ann. You didn't really have an opportunity, but just to share anything that you'd like to share before we get ready to close.
I just want to let you all know that we are here to help you with your transition. If you do need unemployment insurance, we're here to make sure that you have all the resources to file your unemployment insurance claim. And if you're trying to get any information about the federal loan program, we definitely are here to help you and assist with that as well. I look forward to meeting everybody in August, and we always hope you land well and find a great job and opportunity. And we're here to make sure that you are supported financially while you do your career search. That's it.
Thank you so much, Amy.
I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity to be here this evening. This is such a lovely event, and I'm so excited for August 23rd. And of course, my office is a resource. Please reach out to us if you're experiencing an issue with a financial service provider in Maryland.
Awesome. Thank you. And last but not least, Brian.
So one of the things about job fairs is it doesn't matter where you live in the state. If you go to a job fair, you'll probably find somebody that's hiring for something that's in your area. So we always recommend go to the job fair no matter where it might be. So
Absolutely, positively. I definitely agree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to ask Daryl. I know he's put together a slide for all the resources and the partners for August the 23rd, as well as the flyer for August the 23rd, and we'd like to present it at this time. Thank you again for participating. I greatly appreciate you. I am so looking forward to August 23rd. I do want you to know we'll have lunch available for the people who are present. It's August the 23rd from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's going to be held at Ebenezer AME Church, located at 7707 Allentown Road in Fort Washington, Maryland. Again, that's Ebenezer AME Church, located at 7707 Allentown Road in Fort Washington, Maryland. We look forward to seeing you there. Do we have a list of the partners, Daryl? Okay, I can't see that. So let's see. I can't see that too well. I know we have the Department of Labor, we have the Maryland Insurance Administration, the Maryland Professional Outpatient Assistance Center. We have the Maryland State Police. We have United Communities Against Poverty. We have Luminous Health, Prince George's County Public School, Community Legal Services, AARP, the Sheriff's Department. Can you call them off, Daryl? Because I can't see all of them.
Thank you for joining us for the Job Resource webinar hosted by Delegate Jamila J. Woods. We're grateful to our featured guests for sharing their time and expertise. From the Maryland Department of Labor, Brian Marcus, Ann Gunning, Amy Hennon, and Tony White McCoy. From the Maryland State Police, Sergeant Dominique Rogers, and Lolita E. Walker, board member representing District 9 on the Prince George's County Board of Education. This virtual event is part of Delegate Woods' Driving the Blueprint for Change initiative, focused on building pathways to employment, education, and empowerment right here in Prince George's County. And the work continues. Join us at the District 26 Job and Resource Fair on Saturday, August 23, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Ebenezer AME Church in Fort Washington, Maryland. To learn more or get involved, visit us at jamilajwoods.com. Let's keep driving the blueprint for change together.